Nosier than mama. I need to come up with a new way to take a load off once my kids are asleep because I get defensively angry every time my daughter asks, Daddy, what do you do after you read us stories and tuck us into sleep? Only for me to reply with, I squeeze in some me time, all right? Can I get a holla for an A plus jerk off joke to kickstart this News You're the Mama Shabbat Shalom podcast special? You're welcome. Holla! Thank you very much. Living through Linda Sarsour. Linda Sarsour claims Jesus was Palestinian. And Judd Apatow is the Chief Happiness Officer for Breitbart. Courtney Love called Linda Sarsour a fake feminist who had no business promoting feminism at the Women's March on Washington because of her support of Sharia law, specifically clitoral mutilation. So if siding with rock badass Courtney Love over Linda Sarsour makes me alt-right, then I'm all right with it. Can I get a holla for me obviously not siding with real-life Nazis, but me also not buying the fact that Charlottesville was flush with menacing New Age Nazis in Tommy Bahama shirts and tiki torches who looked like rejected casting extras from the Sears catalog in 97. Holla! Thank you very much! Escape from not so sweet home Chicago. Michelle Obama says it's racist to flee from the south side of Chicago. She acts like the south side of Chicago is one crap truck away from gentrification. Gentrification, liberal talk for less black people. The other day, I point to the new Yankee Stadium as we drive past it on the Deegan and say to my daughter, Matilda, look, the new Yankee Stadium, the house that gentrification built. Goodwill Hoodie getting feisty. Goodwill Hoodie at Facebook addressing conservative censorship charges to his board of directors. We employed 30,000 content moderators at Facebook to monitor Diamond and Silk's finger-waving bullshit, all right? Can I get a holla for Goodwill Hoodie, obviously, a.k.a. Zitfei Zook, obviously never being that funny because he wasn't blessed with the funny Jew bone, and he's a self-hating. I shot into the goyim and said, holla! Thank you very much! English blokes shitting their knickers. Again. English blokes shitting their knickers. Again. Bloke at the pub says, the Turkish president threatened to send 3.6 million refugees to Europe if the EU doesn't provide aid to Turkey. Mate says, now that's using leverage. I guess the Turkish president read The Art of the Deal in Farsi after all. Can I get a holla for, I'm sorry, Europe's screwed right now, but it's not my problem when America first. Donald Trump got elected, so we wouldn't turn into Europe. Deal with it. Hope you get inspired by the big Donald's lead. Holla! Thank you very much. Living on a Hail Mary prayer. President Pelosi. Could happen. Washington Post. While we're lost on Fantasy Island, let's pretend Mike Pence was last seen at a strip club with Hunter Biden on bad coke that tastes like chalky Ajax, only hearing last call from the bathroom stall while ignoring his wife's prayer hand emojis. Killing dream dumpers loudly. Concerned texts from ex-buds after seeing shades of me in the new Joker film. Killing on Kimmel should be enough. When the Joker suffocates his mother to death, did you feel strangled by despair? Because the Joker's mother thought less of her son's comedy ambitions than your own mom does. Joker could have been Bruce Wayne, but you were born with a vape pen in your mouth in the rough section of Scarsdale, New York, and got to take your SATs on time. So what's your excuse for taking so long to make it as a big-time comedian already? Can I get a holla for a homage to a great bit that I simplified and tightened a smidget that at one point was showcased in the Good Men Project? I'm glad they were able to publish my stuff for free, because that won't be my reality forever, because I know God wants me to make a mini fortune to support my family off of his will that I carry through these jokes. Holla! Thank you very much! Ahead of the curve, annoying. Not on Adderall, I promise. I gave up taking Adderall, so I wouldn't focus as much on how ahead of the curve annoying my wife can be. In bed, our lucky number 3 cries for more boob, and my wife says without fail, if I give the baby more boob, he'll be on the boob all night long. I reply, your boob has more important places to be. Be happy your torn up nips are getting any attention at all, especially since your foamy nips started to taste like a regrettable non-fat latte. Explaining AIDS through Trump. It's hard to have the birds and the bees conversation with your 9-year-old daughter today without referencing Trump. I tell my daughter, Trump used the profits from the Woolman Rink in Central Park for men's gay groups during the AIDS crisis. Daughter says, what's AIDS, Daddy? I say, a reason to become a full-time lesbian when you get older, because you can take a licking and keep on ticking. Can I get a holler? What Gen X parents understand? Holla! But what I love about Trump the best, Matilda, that being my daughter, is his relentless optimism and over-the-top salesmanship. If fuckface Fauci told President Trump he contracted the HIV virus because the deep state pricked him with the virus in his sleep, like they did to Eazy-E, the next morning, the big Donald would tweet, do I have HIV? Yes, but my T-cell count numbers have never been stronger. Can I get a holla for the most non-divisive, hilarious political joke that you've heard in the past almost 4 years and counting? Holla! Thank you very much! Impeachment sells, but who's buying? Why did they want to impeach Trump again? Oh yeah, it was for questioning why Hunter Biden got $52,000 a week for a job he thought was for a Ukrainian sports energy company responsible for pushing borscht as the new kombucha. Titty shaming mama again. My 6-year-old son, number 1 Capricorn, born on New Year's Day, says, Daddy, I like vaginas with no hair. I've seen mama's hairy vagina before. I say, big boobs compliment it better. Deconstructing, dude looks like a lady. Why is the song Dude Looks Like a Lady so offensive to the trans community? In the song, Steven Tyler turns the other cheek and takes a peek, proclaiming, with surging lust, oh, what a funky lady, and I like it, yeah. So to Richard Pryor, get over it already. Can I get a holla for Richard Pryor lives? Holla. NYU students enter Planned Parenthood. Did you know they have a Planned Parenthood in the middle of NYU in Greenwich Village? I thought sticking with fellatio, the morning after pill, or anal alternatives 101 wasn't beyond freshman comprehension. So much for NYU raising the standards of admission since Deborah Messing got into Tisch and came out a bloated douche has-been for hire. Bill Burr predicts Bill Burr says it doesn't look like anybody is going to beat Trump in 2020. That's like saying Louis will never wait to do a set at the Cellar, even if he appeared on stage with sunglasses on, a trench coat, and Sarah Silverman's hoodie to wipe up with. Can I get a holla for never tiring of making fun of Sagittarius Sarah? Holla! Thank you very much! All of Louis' specials are off Netflix. They're off HBO. What are they going to take down next? The Rocky statue in Philadelphia because it promotes white supremacy? Can I get a holla for a perfect transitional joke? I don't care, according to my wife, that there were like Instagram quotes in relation to that because I came up with that joke at least 3.5 years ago. So, wife, no offense, but go fuck yourself in this instance. Holla! Thank you very much! the deplorable drunken druid. I'm not against my daughter getting pregnant through artificial insemination because I like the idea of no penis ever entering her, but look how Hillary turned out. Yeah, the deplorable drunken druid look doesn't do it for me either. Bare to the bone. Who is Bono referencing when he sings, I can't live with or without you? A drunken English socialite with fucked up chompers who swallowed but grazed the not-so-lucky Irishman, in this instance, from time to time, blooding his Joshua tree of life, bare to the bone, holla! Thank you very much! Unmasking Dory. Dads are stronger cheerleaders than moms. My wife says it's because we live in a patriarchal society. I said, I thought it was because our kids cared more about my opinions. Because I actually show palpable interest in our children's stories and never blank on how they're living proof of God's existence in our hearts. Unlike that two-faced bitch Dory. Can I get a holla for preaching the gospel a long time? Holla! Hitler was born in 420, dude. 6 million hits later. I learned Hitler was born in 420. I haven't felt this betrayed since Stallone snuck Mel Gibson into Expendables 3. Oprah throwing her weight into politics. Oprah begging Disney CEO Bob Iger to run against Trump. Nobody needs to know you went to Ithaca College, otherwise known as Cornell's retarded next-door neighbor. You'll deny Valerie Jarrett had any role in drafting the timeout nuke building deal with Iran as Obama's live-in Arabian horse whisperer. Dan Libatard can ask you debate questions written by Jamila Hill on why you think Jay-Z cares more about black people than Kanye West, despite his quack-selling days resulting in sending more babies into premature hell than Biggie could to feed his daughter white truffle shaved risotto since Puffy got him hooked on the stuff 8 days a week. Stalling for the Tooth Fairy. It's hard to convince your kids the Tooth Fairy exists when you keep on forgetting to leave money under their pillow before they get up. Daughter asks, Daddy, is the Tooth Fairy lost again? I say, The Rock slept in for a change. Defending Kung Fu fighting. My 9-year-old great Aunt Marion from the Lower East Side asked me, why does your daughter need to know Kung Fu? I say, because if Uma Thurman was a black belt in real life, Ethan Hawke would have been too scared to bang their butterface nanny. Banging the nanny is such a Gen X slacker move. You never have to leave the couch. Colin Kaepernick sports a fake news fro. Have you ever seen a biracial afro that large before? Slash from Guns N' Roses tried to grow it out, but it was a total flop. Lenny Kravitz, another biracial Hebrew, never made it bounce that way. Fake news, asexual. My wife is from Victoria in Australia originally. We wanted to get married there, but my mom shot down the wish real fast. Mom calls, son, Australia is a long flight from New York, and your father doesn't love you that much. My compromise for my wife was, babe, assuming we have a boy one day, instead of hiring a rabbi for the kid's circumcision, we'll hire Crocodile Dundee, just so we could hear a room full of Jews say, now that's a knife, you could chop it all off with that thing. But while we're on the subject of circumcising private parts, Bruce Jenner wasn't asexual when he was married to Kris Jenner, but I'm positive Bruce Jenner, back then, was able to stay harder longer after he convinced Kris to cut her hair short so she could look more like a dolled-up Ralph Macchio. This is the Do It All Dad Your podcast. What Gen X parents understand. Dad-friendly entertainment for you and me. Controlling our kids' economy can make our kids great again. My 3 fuss-free kids, 98% of the time, are living proof of it. Controlling my kids' economy, a love story. Do It All Dad Does Jokes, the Great American Jew novel. Audiobooks will all be available sometime later in August. Shabbat Shalom, except for Nick Cannon and Deshaun Jackson and the rest of you hip-hop Farrakhan lickers. Talk to you guys soon.